Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this anniversary board meeting. Welcome to Jonathan Buckley, who joins the board for the first time today. And it's 20 years to the day since the Policing Board and the Police Service of Northern Ireland were established. I was still at school at the time, which I'm sure you'll all guessed. This was a landmark day in the history of policing in Northern Ireland and started a change journey that has both reformed and transformed our policing structures and oversight arrangements. Over the course of the last 20 years, this room here has been the focus of thousands of questions, hundreds of meetings, and countless debates and discussions. And some within the room will remember many more of those than I do, but over the last few years, I've certainly experienced them. In his opening address to the first board meeting, the then chair remarked that the board, through its work, would shape and define both its future and the future of the PSNI, and that there may be difficult and challenging issues along the way. There have no doubt been such issues, and today's discussions will focus on events in the last few days and since our last meeting, including the shocking misconduct case involving a female staff officer reported in the media just yesterday. But we affirm the importance of accountability and scrutiny structures that are set up for policing. Looking back on key policing moments and issues over the last 20 years in the round, we are reminded of just how far we have travelled together, how step by step and piece by piece changes have been delivered. We now have strong accountability structures in place. We have a police service that is much more representative of the community than it was then. We have full political support for policing arrangements. And more importantly, there's much stronger emphasis and focus on partnership working between the police and the community. Whilst we know that we still have work to do and that there are issues that affect service delivery, it is important to pause and to reflect today. It's true that change was only possible because of the willingness of people to be open to that change and to step forward to make the change happen. Whether that will be the policing service, by being part of the new oversight arrangements, or through supporting and working with the police and communities, we have all seen change and all had to change. Every journey begins with a single step. And that first step over the years from those in leadership and those who have worked below them has been an important step that's been taken. People on this board, including in policing, people on this board, people in policing and people in the community and people in politics have all been involved in taking those steps. All of our work has been geared towards securing a service that meets community need. Policing is a job like no other, and we ask the service to do a lot on our behalf. Sadly, last night, I was reminded of that as I watched the police being attacked once again in the streets. These are images that we should have moved on from, and we still owe a lot to those in the service who stand in the thin green line to ensure that safety for the public is maintained. Today, as I did yesterday, I want to remember and reflect on those who have lost their lives in service or been injured through their course of duties. Through you, Chief Constable, I want to place on record our appreciation to you and the officers and staff of the police service. Every day, an essential public service is delivered across so many different roles and responsibilities to people in their moment of need. So after 20 years, policing has played a key role in our police process, but our journey continues, and new challenges and new policing issues for an ever-changing society. Progress can be made when we work together, and I hope we will continue in that vein for the benefit of policing and the community for the next 20 years. Chief Constable, I now provide opportunity for you to make a few remarks before we go to questions on your report. Thank you.